Don't make fun of me.
That's not bad.
Welcome back to our Cinderella's twin engine princess carriage build. This thing is going to be an off-road beast with about 30 to 35 horsepower when we're finished up, but we have a problem. Look how long it is. Right now it's sitting at about 20 inches longer wheelbase-wise than what we're building it off of, which is a Manco Dingo. So this thing needs to get much, much shorter. So in today's episode, we're going to be addressing that. We're going to build mounts for the seat and optimize the seat position. We're going to figure out where our engines are going to sit. And then we're going to build a dashboard and build out our door bars up to a roll hoop in the back. It's going to be challenging. It's been good so far. But again, our goals are lightweight, good power to weight ratio, durability, and suspension. So let's get started.
So first off, I'm gonna start with some seat mounts because I mean, it's kind of hard to get some measurements for the rest of the cage and dashboard. So, and then we'll move on to fitment of the engines because the clearance is gonna be back here behind the seat. So let's get started.
Chop top.
Yep.
It's a Roadster now.
Scrambled eggs. Made some tweaks. Got the seat fastened down a little bit better than it was. So we need to square up the egg, basically the bottom half, and we're going to shorten this a little bit. Of course, it won't line up just quite right for the video right now, but we're going to be needing to make some plunge cuts here, so that way it can realign back up with the frame right there. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side.
Then we're going to add a couple of...
oh yeah, that's right.
Probably a brace right here, and then a dashboard of some kind right here. And we're going to get rid of this all together. And go from there, dude.
Absolutely.
Because we're building this thing on a floor in a shop that's 50 years old, we have no jig. So
it is what it is.
Basically, we have a little red dot over there. That's where we're drilling our hole.
We got a little red dot and a big drill bit.
Yeah, so do the math. Basically, we're just hoping that that's going to work. And we are going to have to put a little bit of a bend in this in order for it to meet the frame where we need it to. So, hit it, buddy.
All right. That'll work. Thanks, Granddad. You might have to open the hole.
Yeah, you need to waller that thing out, man. I'd hog it out a little bit.
So it's still causing some angle problems.
Just like that, Project Princess was abandoned for almost an entire year, and here's why. We designed this go-kart for a collaboration race at Redbeard's garage property that was canceled. Our plan was to surprise the competition with this full suspension, lightweight, and powerful go-kart that would both dominate and embarrass the competition. The race was never rescheduled, so the project sat.
We finally have a nice big new shop to work in off the floor, and I'm really excited about getting this project done. I think we need to pick up at seating position and rear axle, but let's go see what kind of damage we got, bring it in here, see how much work we have ahead of us. We just got so busy with the new shop and other projects that this got forgotten, but I can't wait to get it going because it's going to be the ultimate troll machine, dude. It's going to be passing people at 3 and at the tea party at 5, you know?
Oh boy.
So
he said it.
So let's grab it and let's be careful. It's only barely tacked together.
Oh boy. Yeah.
You got it?
Yep.
This is cool, man. We've never had like an abandoned project that was never this far along.
Yeah, we were thinking somewhere like around here. We're not sure where the engine plates and stuff are going to be, but
Yeah.
definitely not. We're not making
that long.
But
Not another limo.
I like long beds though, man. And you're a long bed guy or you're not.
Now that we have the go-kart on the table in the shop, our goals for today's episode is just to get caught up on this thing, look everything over, and finally get our clamshell body mounted so we can have a good visual by the end of today's episode. So a lot of test sitting is going to need to be done, but let's get right into it. We trimmed so much of this away. Okay, we have a hole drilled there. I think that's where this tube goes.
Yep.
Right? And we
Yeah.
never drilled one there. Dude, see, the thing is, they're watching this in order, but we're working on this 10 months apart.
Yeah, and we forgot everything.
So, apologies in advance. So, this is one of those moments of trim, test fit, trim, test fit, weld, trim, test fit. So, we're going to get to work. Yeah, we're going to get to work. Ever since we started this project, we've had a really hard time fitting the bottom half with the top half of our kind of clamshell body. So Charles is making a couple of brackets that we're going to be able to bolt the top to the bottom. And so I took a Dremel and ran it in here so it'll slide through there. 2 bolts there, and then 2 bolts holding the bottom on. These are the brackets that got cut or made.
Oh, let's just slip them in.
We're going to slip them in here.
Cool.
And probably just run a couple of screws in here, and then just wherever they land, go ahead and run them in the bottom here. Wait, and we'll be able to flip these around to where it's just the heads, and I think it might look kind of cool.
Sure. If you hold that, I'll put the dashboard in, or the dash bar, and maybe that'll help.
So the front's going to be a little bit trickier to come up with our mounts to keep this rigid for fitting, but we do have a cross member that was factory with the power wheels. We might incorporate this somehow. I want to say we're going to replace it with something a lot stronger that we can mount our steering off
Absolutely.
of, which we're definitely going to need to do.
But we can copy this exact piece with some thicker metal,
Right.
and be happier with it. I know, don't make fun of me.
I don't think it's you he's making fun of.
Oh.
Cross member right now, because I mean...
I don't think I'm going to be in this project.
I think it's your boots.
Just saying that looks scary.
You don't think it's gonna... It looks scary.
Looks bad.
Looks bad.
What would be annoying? No.
What's annoying
No.
about this?
No. It's a bump in the road. It's just a bump in the road.
Yeah.
No big deal.
It's, I think we went off the road.
Yeah.
Don't lean back too
Okay.
much.
All right. Just 10%.
Okay.
Hey.
And we're doing this because that's where the maximum amount of your headroom is going to be for helmets and bouncing. So
Oh,
you actually have an ish. It might
that's
be.
not bad. I mean, you can That's not bad.
We thought we were happy with where the body was, but when we all got back from lunch and looked at it, we just all decided it has to move forward. So it looks more like it was meant to be together. Right now, it just looks like half of a frame with a body jammed on it. We want it to look like more of a cohesive project. So we're going to make a couple of trims right here to our body and try to scoot the whole thing forward, make the body kind of tuck around the chassis here. Hopefully it'll all work out. We only have a couple cuts left. We made some trims to the body and it's getting closer and closer, but we have these doors here and it really completes the look. But it tells us that our body is not quite as round as it once was. So we might make a few more trims here and there. This also just could be because it sat outside for 6, 7, 8 months in the heat and the cold and just got disformed. But I'm gonna try to sit in here again.
Oh, that's not horrible. Look,
Oh,
I just
okay.
need the screw in that back corner.
This might be a convertible top because getting in and out is gonna be truly a chore. Dude, I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Right, So when you go forward, I'm gonna give you a block of wood back here.
Okay.
You got 2 different sizes.
This isn't bad, man. We just need to, we're going to kind of create our own door bars, and I think one is going to have to swing open. That's the plan.
Okay.
But,
Oh boy. What'd you lose?
I think the blocks, blocks are gone. What we do know about this frame is that, well, we can level it to the table. We know the table is pretty darn level. Is this level?
It looked. Oh,
I mean, it's within spec, so we're good.
Yeah.
And that's about the only measurement we can use.
And the other thing we're looking at right here is, see where I marked center right there on the chassis? I marked center up there on the chassis. It's the center line. And then you can see the top of the heart.
So dude, we're an 1/8. So this side, like the plastic is an 1/8 lower than that side.
Okay, so we got to
it-
trim it or something. That would
Yeah,
make a lot of sense. So it's an 1/8 taller on your side?
Yes, it's pushed. It's
Okay,
leaning
that would
way.
then move the top of the heart over quite a bit.
So we got the body to where we're happy enough with it for now. We can still make adjustments because, I mean, basically the first time we send it really good, the body's probably not going to be perfectly straight again. So we got Charles in here, and he's one of the taller people that's going to be riding this. And we're coming up with a cross member for our steering. And on the OG cross cart, the steering cross member is really close to Ike's knees, and he bashes his knees, and that's just not something we want to deal with again. So we're going to be putting some bends in it that aren't kinked like that, but a couple bends in our tube, maybe rocking it out like this, and welding our steering underneath that. Yeah, that's really close to your knee. I mean, it looks like you have clearance now, but you got to remember, when you get to bouncing in this thing...
Yeah, when my butt comes up,
Yeah.
my knee goes directly that way.
Yeah, exactly. So reaching it forward and coming up wouldn't be a bad idea, even though it's going to compromise the look a little bit. That might be what we have to do.
Ready? Yep. 30 degrees. And then like +2.
Yeah, +2.
+2 degrees for spring back.
Yep.
All right. Spring back.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was quite the.
Here we go.
Quite the twist. Hey, that looks good. All right, so we've started working on, I guess, what we could call the dashboard. We got the pieces notched. It's not perfect. Had to do it by hand, but should be good. I've got it level and evenly spaced from here to here. So I'm gonna give it a tack on both sides, and maybe we can have the steering wheel hanging today. Cover. Alright, now that that's tacked in, I'm going to go get a piece of round tubing to fit over this. That way it can work as a collar. We'll weld the tubing on the bottom of the cross member we just tacked in, and the steering wheel will be hung. So we'll tack that little collar on there, on this cross member. Alright, cover. Dang it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh
Oh
boy.
boy.
It's teetering.
What was it? You got the dance at noon, but the race at 5.
Yup. We're gonna need to space those rears out a bit, because right now our front is wider.
Go to the edge of the table.
Yep.
Let's just. It still could probably go wider in the rear.
I think it could. So in today's episode, we finalized the front end, got everything welded up, and, well, took this project from being sitting in the yard to actually working on it, making progress again, and I'm totally reinvigorated. I love how it's turning out. It's definitely tight up in the front end, but we are always trying to keep the packaging small, because the smaller it is, the lighter it is, the more nimble it is, the faster it's going to be. The most important thing is we have knee clearance here, so no one should be bashing their knees. That's good. We definitely need triangulation and support up here. We're going to add that later on after we finalize rear suspension. Now, the rear suspension and engine placement is its own can of worms, but we're going to handle that in the next episode. So leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying this build, everybody. Subscribe to Cars and Cameras. Don't miss the first ride. Let me know down in the comments, one single big block engine, possibly our turbocharged big block engine, or 2 small blocks hooked together. I would love to see the 2 small blocks hooked together method.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be very cool. Anyway, all that next time. Thank you all for watching. Pick up one of our new Vote for Turbo t-shirts on our website, cars-cameras.com, to help support the channel and our future builds. We'll see you next time.